Now on 4 News Now, families near Elk returning home to find nothing but destruction and ash. Why one man's insurance won't cover any of his repairs.
We are slowly approaching the 90-degree mark once again. Plus, I'm tracking the possibility of some wet weather in your Friday forecast. That's coming up.
And families digging through what's left of their homes. We're live in Medical Lake tonight as people get ready to rebuild. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. This is Adrienne Cruz combing through what was once her garage, looking for racing medals she won over the years. And she's not alone. Tonight, hundreds of families are hoping to find anything salvageable in the debris left behind by the Gray Fire. Good evening. We're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. It will be weeks before the Gray Fire is completely mopped up, but tonight fire crews have a line around almost 60% of it. As restrictions and evacuation levels are changing, more people are coming home to find what is left. 4 News Now's Natalie Grant is live at Silver Lake tonight. Natalie, you spoke with more of those families today.
Yeah, Kirsten, we're right here along Silver Lake where you can see dozens of these homes just absolutely leveled to the ground. And this home behind me, you see, is no exception here. Today, we met the Cruz family who was searching through the debris, trying to find anything that was left. Things like this. This used to be a softball from what it looks like here, now completely burnt. And you can see a little bit of the yellow poking through. But besides items like this, their home is pretty much gone.
This was our home, and we put so much love into it.
My dad built it in 1971. They moved in the day I was born.
A place that once held countless memories, now turned to ash. On Thursday, Randy and Adrienne Cruz came back to what used to be their home on Silver Lake. On Friday, when the Gray Fire started, they were getting ready to go on a camping trip, but stayed back once they learned of the fire, filling their cars with what they could grab, never expecting they would return to this.
Yeah, even packing, we're just like, this happens to other people, you know. Yeah, and even when we're grabbing things, we're just like, I don't want to have to put that back, you know, or that's a hassle to, you know, bring back.
Now with shovels in hand and boots on their feet, they're sifting through piles of debris, trying to salvage anything they can find.
I'm kind of digging through rubble looking for like pottery that my daughter and I used to paint, and maybe being able to make a mosaic out of it. Race medals from marathons I've done.
And while it's hard to imagine now among the devastation, the Cruzes say this will always be home.
I have a certain sense of peace here. I mean, this is my home. This is where we belong.
Now, when I spoke to the Cruzes today, they say one of the things they're going to miss the most about this area is the wooded area that is across the street from their home. They say they were avid bikers and hikers and even got engaged up in that wooded area. And then, of course, they're looking forward now to rebuilding both their home and rebuilding their community. Reporting in Medical Lake tonight, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Just a very emotional story. Thank you, Natalie. With 2 major wildfires continuing to burn in Spokane County, you're going to hear a lot from us and from the fire bosses sharing progress of the fire in terms of containment. A fire being contained doesn't necessarily mean that the fire is out. Containing a fire means that there is a fire line or a natural fire break around it that fire crews feel is strong enough that the fire won't escape. If firefighters say the fire is 10% contained, that means they have a strong line around 10% of that fire. There could still be active fire or hot spots within the fire perimeter. And with even more haze and warmer weather on the way, we could see at least a little bit of rain tomorrow. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Yes, we do have the possibility of some very light rain tomorrow around noon, with a better chance showing up in the 7-day forecast. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a hazy fire. The haze increasing Friday. We are going to see the haze increasing tonight and through the day on Friday. But right now it looks like our air quality will still be in the good to moderate range. Light rain rain is possible, and then the heat shows up for the weekend with some rain coming next week, as well as some cooler weather. Taking a look at our air quality around the region right now, we're in the good range in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, moderate around much of the rest of the region. And again, although we may see the haze on the horizon increase, you'll notice that as you look at the sunset tonight, we are not going to get into that unhealthy range, or probably not even unhealthy for sensitive groups range. Our smoke forecast does bring in some light to moderate smoke around the region, definitely on the low end of the moderate range through tomorrow morning, and then off and on through the day on Friday as well. Temperatures, meanwhile, right now 77 in Spokane, 78 in Coeur d'Alene, after high temperatures mostly in the 70s in North Idaho and extreme eastern Washington. Few spots making it into the 80s. We'll have a lot more 80s in your forecast for tomorrow. A high of 83 degrees with hazy sunshine and the possibility of some sprinkles right around noon. I'll be back to tell you about that wet weather in the 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Tonight, the devastation continues to unravel in North Spokane County. Families have returned home to see what they have left scorched and destroyed from the Oregon Road fire. Our Jordan Smith spoke with a family that had 4 generations living on the same property, including a 7-year-old great-grandson. And despite losing everything, their resolve is strong as they build toward the next chapter. Our Jordan Smith is live at the evacuation shelter at Riverside High School with the story of that family who lost what they had, and they're now building toward the next chapter. Jordan.
I met with the Zimmerly family today, and as you said, their resolve is strong. They had owned their home for 40 years, and as you mentioned, had 4 generations of family staying on that property as those flames arrived. They told me they packed up as soon as they saw those embers glowing through the woods, and they left that property hoping for the best.
It was the house, and like I say, the woodshed was right behind it.
Bill Zimmerly gave me a tour of where his home of 40 years once stood.
Actually, the big part in the front here is all living room.
The home that was shared by 4 generations, now reduced to rubble.
We was in the house, and when the glow got behind the trees, we left and come back to nothing.
Everything to his name melted down. Though, as Zimmerly told his youngest great-grandson, things can be replaced, but people cannot.
Stuff happens. It is what it is. You know, I mean, you can't control everything, so.
But the things that need replacing are going to cost a fortune.
Machine shop, we build.
As we stood alongside his burned shop, he tells me his insurance company can't help him.
We called them up, and they just says kind of, well, you know, we looked over your policy, and it does not cover wildfires, so you're on your own.
So all this, these repairs.
35 years of home insurance for nothing.
But neighbors are answering the call. All throughout the community, we've seen neighbors having each other's back, looking after livestock and animals, and offering open rooms to families that have lost everything. Zimmerly and his family are staying with a friend nearby. He tells me in the meantime, they will rebuild everything exactly the way it was and exactly where it was. And again, we come back to the resolve of this family. It's extraordinary. They told us at the end of our visit here today that they had built 40 years worth of memories at that home, and they're already looking forward to the next 40 years. Here in Spokane County tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Jordan, thank you. The Spokane County Library District is sending their mobile library to Chattaroy to assist those impacted by the Oregon Road fire. The mobile library will be at Riverside High School starting Saturday. It will provide free access to Wi-Fi, computers, and printing resources. To learn more about the mobile library, including what times it will be open, look for this story on KXLY.com. A 13 and 14-year-old in Whitman County have been charged with setting a small but critical bridge on fire. That fire happened last Saturday east of Pullman on Highway 270. Investigators say witnesses pointed to 2 teens being in the area at the time of the fire. Both of those teens are suspected of stealing from a grocery store in Pullman, as well as stealing a bike before the fire started. New info now on the University of Idaho murders case you heard about first on 4 News Now. For the second time in less than a month, Bryan Kohberger's attorneys have asked a judge to throw out the indictment. Kohberger was in court Wednesday and waived his right to a speedy trial. That means he won't go on trial in October as scheduled. Shortly after, his attorneys filed a motion to dismiss the indictment. The document that lists the 24 reasons why they think it should be dismissed is sealed. But this is what we know. The defense cites the following general reasons: a biased grand jury, inadmissible evidence, lack of sufficient evidence, and prosecutorial misconduct by withholding evidence. The judge is set to hear on the defense team's first motion to dismiss in early September. No hearing on the new motion has been set. Still ahead, Fairchild Air Force Base helping people who lost everything in the wildfires, how the base is coming together to help their fellow servicemen.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Save your green!
Are you ready to step into the future of transportation? At Bill's Heating and AC, we're here to power your journey with convenient electric vehicle charging solutions. Take advantage of incredible tax credits and incentives available right now for EV charger installations. Our expert team can install chargers compatible with most makes or models of electric vehicles. Contact us now to learn more about our EV charger installations. Together, let's drive towards a cleaner and greener world.
The new double pepperoni Crazy Crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice with classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Great Floors is rolling out the red carpet and celebrating over 50 years with store-wide discounts and savings, including instant savings on Karastan products designed to inspire beautiful living. Want to recreate your space? Our team of experts will help you find the perfect flooring and tile for every room, including a huge selection of Karastan carpet and LVP. We also offer 12-month financing. Visit our showroom today and celebrate life on Great Floors.
The Labor Day savings are kicking off early this week at Walker's Furniture.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year, as Walker's marks down all bedroom and living room furniture, as well as big savings on Serta and Beauty Rest mattresses. Plus, they brought in special 5 years no-interest financing with no money down and no minimum purchase, so you can get that furniture you want now and pay for it later.
This is one sale our regular customers wait all year for.
On now this week at Walker's.
Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. You'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. We are proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays, too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future.
Stop in any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red on Fridays from now until September 11th.
Around the nation, what you're looking at tonight is the first mugshot taken of a former president and by any president in U.S. history. Mr. Donald Trump was just booked for his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. The former president now on a flight back to New Jersey. He faces a total of 91 felony charges across 4 separate criminal cases. Here's what the former president had to say before returning home.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support.
On the GOP debate stage in Milwaukee last night, candidates were asked if they'd support Donald Trump if he is eventually convicted. All but 2 raised their hands. One who did, former Vice President Mike Pence.
Every one of us on the stage signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and frankly, my hand was raised in that spirit, just in keeping my word.
Mr. Trump's lawyers are demanding a speedy trial, the Fulton District Attorney requesting it begin in late October. The West Bonner School District Board now says it is committed to fixing critical errors that put the district at risk, including getting its new superintendent certified. The Idaho Board of Education says Superintendent Brandon Durst is not qualified to hold his position, and the district is risking breaking state law by keeping him on. The district board says he will get emergency certification. Prior to being chosen as superintendent, Durst was an analyst for the right-wing Idaho Freedom Foundation. Some people affected by both the Gray and Oregon Road fires are service members at Fairchild Air Force Base, returning home to find everything they once owned now destroyed. Through Fairchild's Emergency Family Assistance Center, they're able to get what they need as they start the long process of rebuilding. Our Bronte Sorotsky was at the Air Force Base tonight. She shares what the Fairchild community is doing to help.
Well, with so many people returning home to find that nothing is left, Fairchild Air Force Base is doing everything that it can to help affected members of the Fairchild community.
As a whole, we lost our whole neighborhood.
Cheryl Stevens is a member of Team Fairchild. Her home was completely destroyed by the Gray Fire.
And so I'm the housing chief for Fairchild Air Force Base. Irony is not lost on me.
As soon as the fire broke out almost 1 week ago, she knew to come to the Air Force Base.
When we came in, we were able to get snacks. We were able to get some water. They hooked me up with my prescription medication. You know, that was it's these little things that you're not thinking of until you need to think of them.
Fairchild is operating something called EFAC, or the Emergency Family Assistance Center, giving Fairchild families affected by these wildfires mental health services, financial advice, food, water, anything they may need.
The EFAC has served well over 129 different families, and we continue to do so as long as there's a need for that.
Steve McMullen is Fairchild's school liaison program manager. He says escaping Medical Lake last Friday was a close call.
I had just finished hooking up a trailer to our truck, and the sheriff came through and said, get out. So we left, and all I could see, like when we were evacuating, was smoke and fire in like my rearview mirror, and that was our neighborhood.
He's also expressed his gratitude for the flood of support from Team Fairchild.
The outpouring of kindness and generosity it's awe-inspiring to me. It makes me a little teary-eyed because when you have nothing, you know, anything helps.
And this emergency center will be operating for as long as families need it. Reporting at Fairchild Air Force Base, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Bronte. Camping forecast time. Pothole State Park, there's going to be some haze on the horizon, but air quality should stay in the good to moderate range out at Pothole State Park, and you've got that nice water there. Otherwise, it is going to be hot this weekend. 90 on Saturday, 95 on Sunday. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Live with Kelly and Mark. New season starts September 5th.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
Are you ready for some fun? Come to the North Idaho Fair, where there are acres of fun for everyone. From thrilling concerts to heart-pumping monster truck shows. It's all here. Exciting rides, games, and delicious food. Don't forget about the rodeo, where you can watch cowboys and cowgirls show off their skills. There's a jetpack water stunt show, pig racing, as well as magicians, hypnotists, and more to keep you entertained. Bring the kids to Adventureland. They'll enjoy a petting zoo and hands-on farming experiences. The North Idaho Fair has something for everyone. So come join us for acres of fun.
He posts his thirst traps in a leather-bound album. His DMs have postage. He gets the early bird special anytime he wants. If you call him, he'll answer the phone. He doesn't have gray hair. He has wisdom highlights. Florida wants to retire and move to him. He's Gary.
And I'm your first Golden Bachelor.
It's your golden hour.
Summer's here, and when the sun's out, it's guns out. So hit the beach, drop the top, and soak up the rays, because summer on H&I is gonna be a blast.
Over the air on KXLY 4.3.
You got the shoes? It brought up so many real emotions. It got me. The idea behind the video was to show strength and power, even through heartbreak.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
It is 78 degrees, clear skies in Coeur d'Alene right now, also sunny in Spokane and 77. There is that little bit of a haze on the horizon. I think that's going to be with us for quite some time, but our air quality right now is in the good range, may dip into the moderate range. Later tonight, it is going to be hazy, 52 degrees for an overnight low, 83 tomorrow. We will be in the 90s here very soon with that chance of showers, wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Broad view on the big picture of our weather. We have a southwesterly flow that is going to help bring up warmer weather tomorrow. Our warming trend will continue through the weekend and into early next week. It's also bringing a weak disturbance our way. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see an increase in clouds over the region. I know when I wake up and first look out the window, is it smoke or is it clouds? It may be a little bit of both, but mostly clouds because the haze is going to be fairly light. And then we have that chance of showers around noon. Let's zoom in and take a closer view. Here's our forecast radar starting off at the current time. We'll see the clouds increasing early tomorrow morning. Here's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then right about noon, we'll start to see very light rain falling across the region. Rainfall totals will likely be somewhere between a trace and 1/100th of an inch, or a 1/10th of an inch. You may get more. 1/100th of an inch, yes. You may get a little more at your house, but likely not much more. And then we are dry by early afternoon, 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Skies have cleared across the region, and we're heading into a sunny, hazy, and hot weekend. Overnight lows tonight will be nice and cool. Some 40s, some 50s on the map. 51 in Pullman, 52 in Spokane, and 54 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. With our air quality right on that border between good and moderate, may be able to open up the windows and let the house cool down. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 80s in almost all locations. One exception, Pullman, still in the 70s, but you will not be in the 70s for long. We are up into the upper 80s, lower 90s by Saturday. Sunday, a high of 93. 96 Monday, and then we have an even better chance for some rain, possibly some isolated thunderstorms, as well as some cooler air pushes its way in. That chance of rain continuing through Wednesday, and we're cooling back down again into the 70s on Wednesday as well as Thursday. Perhaps a lingering shower on Thursday, but a welcome cool down after another summer weekend of hot weather. Kirsten.
Yeah, any rain in the forecast is welcome here. And as we've seen, the rain has been wonderful here in the inland Northwest, even any little trace, but we have a long way to go to make up for many months of dry weather. Meteorologist Matt Gray has an update on our drought in the Northwest.
All you've got to know about how this year is going is a little fact behind me here. Tuesday was the second rainiest day in Spokane this year. It was also one of only 7 days this year with a 1/4 inch of rain or more. Now, for context, the average by this time of the year is 12 days. That's a deficit of 1.25 inches. Why does that matter? That's a huge chunk of the rain deficit that we're in right now. Even if you count the rain on Tuesday, we are still almost 3 inches below normal for the year. And unfortunately, one rainy day, I wish it could, but it can't fix an entire year of below normal rainfall. And we still have quite a hill to climb to get back to average. We need over 9 inches of moisture in the next 4 months to end up hitting normal by the end of the year. Now, are we going to get there? Well, there is good potential for rain next week, but it seems pretty unlikely. that we will reach it in the end. I've been talking about a dry fall season for a while now, and here's the latest outlook from the Climate Prediction Center for the next 3 months. Not particularly great, although we can hope for the best for the next week or two. Our immediate effect from all this is going to be the extension of fire season. Fire officials believe we'll continue to see lots of fire activity into September, or at least a high chance of it. And when there hasn't been rain, or where there hasn't been rain lately in the Cascades, that's extended even further. It could be into October. Now, we already saw a smoky October last year, and the way things are going, I have concerns that we are headed for more of the same.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
In America. August 30th through September 4th, the 42nd Annual Pig Out in the Park returns to Riverfront Park in Spokane, Washington. Free admission, 64 food booths, 275 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, 107 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, Samantha Fish featuring Jesse Dalton, Digital Underground, and BCDC's AC/DC Tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 30th through September 4th, it's the 42nd Annual Pig Out in the Park. You'll never eat it all.
Is the heat unbearable? Don't sweat it. Call Bill's Heating and AC, the area's ultimate cooling experts. Experience the highest efficiencies with top quality equipment that will keep you cool while saving on energy costs. And get it all with the lowest price guarantee. Trust the largest and most reliable HVAC company in the area with over 2,000 5-star reviews. Call Bill's Heating and AC to beat the heat and schedule your free estimate today.
The Labor Day mattress savings are kicking off this week at Walker's Furniture. And this year, Walker's is offering some of the biggest discounts they've ever offered on America's favorite brands like Serta and Beautyrest mattresses. Plus, 5 years no-interest financing was brought in with no money down and no minimum purchase needed. So you can start sleeping better and pay for it later with no money down, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less. On now this week at Walker's.
Connect with a friend. Connect with a muse. Connect with nature. Connect with summer and find what it holds for you in the off-road ready Mazda CX-50. Uncover what lies ahead during Mazda's Season of Discovery sales event.
Discover nature's most unique adventures in a Mazda CX-50. Available for immediate delivery at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
This week on Svengoolie,
the colossal man is loose in Los Angeles.
No, it's Colossal Beast.
Tremendous, gigantic, colossal.
Get the picture?
It's War of the Colossal Beast.
Get the picture?
Saturday night at 8 on MeTV 4.2.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mr. Electric.
New at 6 o'clock, Labor Day might be a few weeks away, but holiday sales have already started. ABC's Becky Worley has more.
The sizzle of the barbecue is starting to fade as Labor Day marks the end of summer, but it also provides an opportunity for savings.
Labor Day happens right at the end of summer and right at the beginning of fall, so retailers are changing the season. They want to clear the summer stuff out to make room for colder weather items. You're going to find a lot of that seasonal clothing, seasonal outdoor stuff, and seasonal outdoor furniture on sale.
Categories to focus on: seasonal summer items like outdoor furniture, barbecues, and this outdoor grill on sale from Walmart. It was $295, now it's $176. Dick's Sporting Goods has select golf equipment on sale, like this full set of clubs from Top Flight. It was $349, now $279. Same holds true for seasonal clothing. Madewell has 30% off pre-fall styles. On ClearOut, Nike has these Air Force Ones. They were $120, now they're $77 with a code. And The Gap has 40% off of everything. A surprising place where you may see some discounts?
Save on it now at the Ford Labor Day sales event.
According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new vehicle in June was $865 lower than the average transaction price in January. But those prices may be getting even lower. CarSite Edmunds says October, November, and December are historically the months with the lowest car prices. And there are other things you might want to wait to buy.
Wait a little bit on tech. You're going to see some really good deals coming around Black Friday, Cyber Monday. If you can just hold off a little bit longer, you're going to see much better tech deals then.
Still ahead from the WSU's athletic director's head coach on the shakeup on the Pac-12 with our very own Julian Minnesone. Stay with us.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. I saved $100. I saved $200. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses.
We saved $300.
Check out Doorbusters while they last. Plus 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show price. You don't want to shop in this heat. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis, or online at rnrrv.com.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Come on, let's just say it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
Will you be our Valentine?
It's Live Love Show Encore with Jason Biggs and Ginny Mullen.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the Big Deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
I always get excited when my inventory looks this good.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer, and delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
Next ET, behind the scenes of John Cena's new sequel. Our exclusive look at Vacation Friends 2.
Don't threaten me with a good time. This is going to be great.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
You expect more from local news. 4 News Now delivers.
It's to get you the information you need to plan your day.
We begin with breaking news and the breaking news you need to keep your family safe.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
The Gray Fire that burned more than 10,000 acres is now nearly 60% contained. Today, crews are working on hotspots and strengthening the containment lines. With level 3 evacuations now lifted, all families have been allowed back in their neighborhoods. Our Natalie Grant is live in Silver Lake tonight. Natalie, you spoke to one woman sorting through debris.
Yeah, absolutely, Kirsten. We're one lot down here from where we were at the top of the hour here, and there's just stories upon stories of devastation. I think the visuals really tell it best. Take a look at this lot here. We're counting 6 cars and a boat just absolutely destroyed, and in the back of this Toyota, almost unrecognizable, just the way that it's been burned here. And these are the scenes that people are coming back to as they return to their homes to sift through the piles of debris and look for anything salvageable. Now, today, as you mentioned, I met Randy and Adrian Cruz, who were doing just that. Randy telling me this is the only place that he's ever called home. His father built that house back in 1971 and then passed it down to him and his wife about 20 years ago while they were packing to leave. Never did they think that they'd be coming back to this, but now they're looking forward to the future and planning to rebuild.
I feel like we're just going to be a stronger neighborhood, and we can bond over this loss together and also just watch the regrowth and enjoy it.
Now, the crews has said one of the things that they'll definitely miss the most about this area is the wooded area that was across the street from their home. They spent a lot of time hiking and biking in those woods, even telling me they got engaged up there. Now, the cruises say they didn't find much when they were sifting through that debris today, but they were looking for maybe pieces of pottery or something that they could take back with them and make into an art piece to always remember their home. Reporting on Silver Lake tonight, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
And we will be with them through the rebuilding process. We will not forget as we look out over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, and there's just a very thin haze on the horizon right now. In fact, our air quality index in Spokane, we are in the good range, enjoying some clear air. We may get into the moderate range at times over the next 24 hours. There are wildfires burning in every direction, so no matter where the wind shifts, there is the possibility of bringing in some of that wildfire smoke, but a lot of the smoke that is around the region right now is in the higher levels of the atmosphere, so our air quality is in pretty good shape. Moderate in the areas you see shaded in yellow. Omak down through Moses Lake, the Moscow and Pullman area up through Kellogg, but in the good range all the way to the Canadian border in North Idaho, as well as much as northeastern Washington. Our smoke forecast keeps just that light brown sifting in and out through the region, so still in the light range. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So again, you'll see the haze on the horizon, but our air quality should stay in that good to moderate range. We have the possibility of a little bit of light precipitation coming in Friday morning. You'll see clouds filtering our sunshine at 7 a.m. and then some very light rain coming in around noon. It will not be around long. We are dry by tomorrow evening. Here's a look at your Friday planner. A high tomorrow of 83. We are having a warming trend, and that warming trend keeps on going through the weekend and into early next week. I'll let you know how hot it's going to get. Plus, take a look at the 8 to 14 day outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, a person was airlifted today to a nearby hospital after their pickup truck was hit by a train in Otis Orchards. It happened on North Linden Road, about 1.5 miles south of Trent Avenue. More than $2 million is coming to Spokane County and Spokane Police Department to help fight crime and assist victims of violent crimes. The money will be used to buy an additional air support unit, upgrade old police equipment, and increase resources for domestic violence victims. With the first day of school for a lot of students coming very shortly, doctors suggest parents schedule a wellness check for their kids to make sure they're all caught up on their vaccines.
The big goal is making sure that we reduce the number of days of missed school visits, and the fall is a time when cough and cold season starts up.
According to Washington's Department of Health, close to 91% of all school-aged children received all required vaccines last school year. While that is a return to pre-pandemic levels, family doctor Kimberly Collins says there is still room for improvement.
However, we really have to remember that we actually need vaccination rates closer to 95% in order to prevent vaccine-preventable illnesses such as measles.
Conference realignment has left a permanent scar on college football, and I have some thoughts. A deep dive into the landscape of college athletics with a little perspective along the way. We have a special report next on 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Weeknights on MeTV. Watch Andy Griffith at 8, The Beverly Hillbillies at 9, and Green Acres at 9:30.
You can find MeTV over the air on MeTV 4.2.
The Floor Trader Outlet's Labor Day sale is going on now. Waterproof flooring starting at just 99 cents. Tiles starting at only 25 cents. The Floor Trader's Labor Day sale.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team at Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
The new double pepperoni Crazy Crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice. With classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Devastating wildfires. relentless smoke, 4 News Now is with you, committed to keeping you safe. Stay with us on air, online, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus. Now until the danger is past with 4 News Now.
Creating healthy meals is hard work. Chopping and grating. Just think of all the time it's taking. What you need is NutriSlicer, the super easy way to make nutritious meals every day. Just lock NutriSlicer to your counter to slice, chop, and grate with total control. NutriSlicer makes family-sized chopped salads in no time. Finally, grate cauliflower, your favorite low-fat cheese, and veggies. You can get the complete NutriSlicer system for just $19.99. Order today and we'll even ship your entire order free. You get all this at incredible value. Order now.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the big deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
I always get excited when my inventory looks this good.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer. And delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
The Floor Trader Outlet's Labor Day sale going on now. Laminate starting at only 69 cents. Carpet starting at just 39 cents. The Floor Trader's Labor Day sale.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
The TV money just kept getting bigger and bigger.
You know, the old question was, how long would it take TV money to destroy college football? Maybe we're here.
College sports has been turned upside down by conference realignment. The Pac-12 has lost more than half of its schools to other conferences over the past year. The athletic programs that are left behind are now struggling to find answers. In our special report tonight, Sports Director Julian Minensone gives us his perspective on the state of college athletics.
With the recent realignment of college programs, college athletics has lost its shine. The only thing that glows now is the color of money.
The old question was, how long would it take TV money to destroy college football? Maybe we're here.
For those of you who think that college athletics still bask in the days when boys played for the love of the sport and universities reveled in the nobility of competition, get over it. Those days are gone forever. It's a new era.
We'll look back in college football in 20 years and be like, what are we doing?
First, understand the importance of sports at our universities and in our culture. Nothing is more influential, nothing is more pervasive, and nothing is more lucrative. Sports is the OG of reality TV. It is completely unscripted, every game unique, and it is broadcast all over the world. Viewership is not measured in hundreds of thousands, but in tens of millions. Total revenue dollars are not tallied with 6 zeros, but with 8.
The TV money just kept getting bigger and bigger.
As much as anyone, university presidents, athletic directors, coaches, and players understand the big business, which is sports. Name, image, and likeness, NIL, punched a hole in the dam, releasing what is now the floodwaters of pay for play. More than ever, universities rely on broadcast money to fund academic as well as athletic programs. Students choose a university for its football and basketball fervor as much as its curriculum. Do you really think that on a Saturday afternoon, 20,000 students tailgate for hours, pack a football stadium, and then party all night because they're concerned about the essay which is due on Monday? Do you think that students camp outside an arena for days just to earn the chance to get a ticket? Alan Cannon, Associate Athletic Director of Communications at Texas A&M, is quoted as saying, "The athletic department sits on the front porch of every university." The collapse of the Pac-12 should come as no surprise. The influence of TV money has been building for more than a decade. In 2011, the Texas Longhorns came knocking on the Pac-12's door. Then Commissioner Larry Scott refused to give Texas a larger piece of the revenue pie. The Pac-12 could have been the Big Pac. Instead of enhancing its brand and expanding its reach, Scott instead launched the Pac-12 network. The only problem was its subscription-only platform came at a time when technology and streaming had not yet been invented. No one watched.
It was a bunch of decisions and failed strategies that put us in this place.
The conference failed to get its money right. Traditionalism and lack of vision slowly killed the Conference of Champions, like slowly clogging arteries, destroying a healthy heart.
And we were just out here just kind of resting on our laurels a little bit and got bypassed, and seems like we couldn't catch up.
Fast forward present day, USC and UCLA must have been giggling as they schemed in secret behind the back of Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff. Think of the number of people involved in the negotiation and planning of a conference switch. Board directors, administrators, university regents, university presidents, athletic directors, and a bevy of lawyers and accountants. Millions of dollars in TV money has a way of tightening loose lips.
An element of deceit. These things happening in the dead of night, I don't think that we're setting a good example for the young people that we're in charge of when that's how business is done.
University of Washington President Anna-Marie Cauce, in addressing the media after announcing that it was leaving the conference, stated that there was far more than money involved in their decision to leave the Pac-12.
I want to be clear, this was not just about dollars and cents.
It was the lack of linear TV broadcasts and the corresponding absence of national visibility for its football team. Really? Okay. I guess the TV offer of $30 million a year had nothing to do with Washington's succession. Notice that there was nothing in her statement as to how joining the Big Ten actually benefits the student athlete. Sure, the university can now better support those mysterious college collectives, which offer and pay student athletes their NIL money. And sure, the university can beef up their facilities and programs, both of which aid in recruiting. I'm sure every member of the Husky football team, or Oregon Ducks for that matter, is looking forward to that cross-country trip to New Brunswick, New Jersey to play Rutgers. It will be interesting to see how well Washington and Oregon fans travel to the far corners of cold Wisconsin, Michigan, and New Jersey.
The last couple weeks was a culmination of years of failed leadership.
Washington State is facing a different financial crisis. WSU President Kirk Schultz said he doesn't plan to cut any sports and wants to continue to invest like a power program. Football will be fine. But what about soccer, or track, or swimming, or Title IX for that matter? And how does the university plan to invest when it is already facing a budget shortfall of $12 million? I got it. Long bus rides instead of plane rides, trading a Hilton for a Motel 6, out-of-conference games west of the Rockies only. Maybe something akin to the scene in the movie Major League, where the players had to use an outboard motor in its jacuzzi. Motel 6. At least they'll leave the light on, unlike the burned-out Pac-12.
Some tough decisions have to be made. If Washington State can't find a place to land.
In this dash for cash, regionality and rivalry are dead. 100 years of history gone. The charm and innocence of college athletics was sold for a bag of money. College football is transforming into the NFL model, a minor league for the National Football League. The transfer portal and NIL were the first warning signs. The Big Ten and Big 12 have gorged themselves off the plate of the Pac-12, leaving Washington State, Oregon State, Stanford, and Cal for the trash can. And yes, there may likely be a merger of these programs with the Mountain West or some other conference. However, broadcast dollars will never be the same. The exposure will never be the same. The schools will never be the same. Get used to it. Like your mom always told you, stop whining. If the last 10 years have shown you anything, it's that the money will only get bigger. The greed will only get greater. University presidents, athletic directors, and conference commissioners are robbing the bank while student athletes and fans just watch. Broadcast companies now determine the direction of college athletics. By doing so, they have also indirectly shaped the fate of the lesser conferences and the schools in them. It was only a matter of time.
And I hope that something can come out of this, but it's looking a little bleak right now.
This is the present landscape of college athletics. My message to the remaining Pac-12 schools and their fans: grab a tissue, wipe the tears, get to work.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. we are proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays, too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future.
Stop in any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red on Fridays from now until September 11th.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $6,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Great Floors is rolling out the red carpet and celebrating over 50 years with store-wide discounts and savings, including instant savings on Karastan products designed to inspire beautiful living. Want to recreate your space? Our team of experts will help you find the perfect flooring and tile for every room, including a huge selection of Karastan carpet and LVP. We also offer 12-month financing. Visit our showroom today and celebrate life on Great Floors.
From the 5 a.m. morning regulars to those gotta fit it in lunchtime rush business goers to the busy moms that need childcare so they can just have a little time to themselves. Move Fitness is here for you, serving up the largest variety of workout options in Spokane, with a new location opening soon to provide you the best results for your workout needs. Move Fitness. Join the movement.
Did you just buy a new home and don't have a lot of extra cash on hand for furniture? Or are you upsizing your home and need to fill it? Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake can help by saving you thousands on decorating your home. With over 60,000 square feet of inventory, we have a variety of unique, budget-friendly items that will add value while saving you a ton of money. And the best part? You don't have to overspend. Buy here and save up to 70% off retail with countless designer name brand options to choose from. Consign Furniture, the smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water wise this summer.
We've had a few cool days. That trend is changing. Our high today, 78, still below our average high of 82. This number is starting to drop very quickly. This number is starting to drop very quickly. Our sunset now 7:46. Here's a look at our temperature trend over the next 7 days. The black line here is our average high, and again, that really begins to drop. But we're going to be above average starting tomorrow at 83, just a degree above average, up into the near 90-degree range for Saturday, and then 96 on Monday. That is where our temperature trend stops. And then just like a Silverwood roller coaster, we take a dive down to 72 by Wednesday, 76 Thursday. Now, in between here and here, we do have a chance of some precipitation. We've got some wet weather moving in. This is a very early look at the probability on our computer model forecast. Starting off Monday morning, that'll be our hot day, southwesterly flow. By Tuesday morning, just the hint of a little bit of light rain. Low pressure moves in Wednesday with a better chance of showers, although this model does want to keep most of the rain over the higher terrain and into Canada. But hopefully we'll get at least some precipitation out of it. Other models indicating we may get more. We're going to be tracking that very closely because we do need the precipitation. Our extended outlook 8 days from now is September 1st. That is a little bit hard to compute, but September 1st through September 7th, we have a chance of above average precipitation all over the entire western United States. That chance of above average precipitation just in the slightly darker green there, though not necessarily a strong signal, and above average temperatures. Those two do not very often go hand in hand for that September 1st through September 7th time period. We'll see how that pans out. In the meantime, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We have the slight chance of a few sprinkles tomorrow right around noon, between noon and about 3 o'clock in Spokane. We have that chance. Mostly we're going to be looking at a trace to 1/100th of an inch, enough to ruin a car wash, but that's about it. 83 for our high. We're still going to be dealing with wildfire haze potentially through a good part of the fall as fires are burning throughout the entire region. No matter where our wind shifts, we're going to be seeing some wildfire haze coming in. However, right for tomorrow, it looks like our air quality should stay in the good to moderate range. Then there comes that chance of showers. An isolated thunderstorm also possible on Tuesday. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Well, some of the rising stars in women's golf are gathering this week at the Circling Raven Golf Course for their chance to qualify for the LPGA Tour. The Epson Tour is the official qualifier for the LPGA Tour, and 4 News Now is a proud sponsor of the event again this year. The tour's mission is to prepare the world's best young women golfers for a successful career in the LPGA. The 54-hole tournament begins Friday and has a total purse of $200,000. For more information and a link to buy tickets, head over to kxly.com/Epson. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
You could win $10,000 cash. Mr. Quack Casino Hotel in Chewelah already gave one winner $10,000 cash. On Saturday, August 26th, one more lucky grand prize winner will receive $10,000 cash. Will it be you? Drawings start at 6 p.m. Play your favorite games and earn entries to win. Mr. Quack Casino Hotel is the place that treats you right. Learn more at MrQuad.com.
Hi, my name is Megan and I'm the education coordinator for wastewater and stormwater. So you should wash your car on the lawn because it helps all of the pollutants that come off your car seep into the soil and naturally filters in the ground before it hits our aquifer.
Your grass gets a drink, your car gets clean, and no soap enters our storm drains. As you know, that's an illicit discharge.
To learn more about stormwater tips and city projects that are protecting our river, go to SpokaneStormwater.org.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the Big Deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
I always get excited when my inventory looks this good.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer. And delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport and the Ridgeline, built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in car and driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Trump turns himself in. Next, Inside Edition. Fingerprinted. Will he have to reveal his weight? And will he have to pose for a mugshot? Then, the 113-mile-an-hour joyride. Wait till you see who's alleged to be behind the wheel. The mechanic who is supposed to be fixing the car. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, wildfires are burning across the country right now, including 2 here at home. Tune into Nightside for the very latest information. Plus, meet the 5-year-old behind Lemonade for Lahaina, why he's considered an entrepreneur in his own right. That's tonight at 11.
Just check the recent air quality updates at the bottom of the hour, and we're still in the good range at 48 and should stay in the good to moderate range overnight as well as Friday. It is still going to be hazy, however, through the weekend and getting hot. 93 Sunday, 96 Monday before we cool down a little bit, hopefully bring in some wet weather. And don't be surprised if you see a few sprinkles on your windshield tomorrow around noon, but unfortunately, that's about all we can expect from tomorrow's system passing through.
Yeah, not a car wash day or really week.
No, that will knock the smoke right out of the air and onto your car.
It's not stopping people from driving their convertibles, though. I've seen quite a few people.
Wow.
Enjoy.